Here is the main definition. Verb, action, word, to move forward, to progress or improve. Advance. How do you know which river in the fucking... You're on the land and you know which river. You have two different fucking rivers.
So
hold on, stop, I'm still talking. It's different minerals. And also inside the river is different minerals. How do you know which one has different minerals?
You see, this is the problem with these dumbass niggas today. Oh, I'm advanced because you figured something out. No, you're getting a little bit more intelligent. You're not advanced. You're getting more intelligent, you fucking idiot.
But yet, we have our ancestors write it down and tell you exactly what the fuck they did. But this nigga here gonna tell me, no, they just went over there and niggas just died.
Why you think your fucking fruits and vegetables don't have seeds? They don't reproduce themselves because that's the advanced fruit you're eating. That's the advanced. You know, it's not the same fruits and vegetables your ancestors were eating. It's the advanced. Seedless grapes, seedless apples, seedless bananas. Advanced. Stupid fuck.
The fuck is you talking about?
What should we do?
Unc will help us.
Jesus used advanced techniques to elevate himself to a Christ-like status.
Example? What do you mean?
So what I mean is he used advanced techniques as far as purifying his body, getting himself to a natural status.
You said advanced?
Yeah.
Why would that be advanced? We can do that today.
I know. Why does that have to... Why can natural? It's still advanced. It's still advanced for what we got going on right now. It's advanced.
Well,
and the food that they're eating then from now is grown differently, as well as the air pressure that's there is out there was different, and the quality of the air is also, as well as different. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the bacteria that they had out there in there, if you were to time travel there, you couldn't just drink their water. You might get sick.
Yeah, because your body immune system will be different.
So they're using different techniques than what we're using to purify themselves and to eat certain type of berries and bushes, and their diet is different than ours. So that's why I say it's an advanced technique, because they have to really sift through what's bad and good and not get sick with what they're growing and what they're actually consuming, in order to live at that high level where you still have enough energy, but you're not intaking a bunch of bullshit.
Well, you know, I agree with you on that, but this high level you're talking about, and this is, again, I'm going back to that point, and this is why I intervened, not to cut you off, because I didn't want to forget the thought, but law, land, air, and water. When we first came here, well, again, I'm going to go back to my thing about being a spirit and having an experience. You were supposed to come here while having an experience, being the caretaker of what was created naturally. That means the food you ate should be natural. The water you drink should have been natural. Everything started out natural until we, man, started polluting it. You understand? And we all had to grow our own food. We couldn't go to supermarkets.
I hear the
right?
protests.
Right.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, I'm gonna end it right here and give it right back to you. No, because when you say, man, there's nothing advanced, because if you go to third world, let me just finish. If you go to third world countries or countries not as advanced as we are, like in Africa, let me finish. Those people live up to 100, well better than us. Why? Because they're eating off the land. Most of their things. Let me finish, brother. Just let me finish. So, like I said, because the part you were just saying about advanced, I kept saying to advance. What was advanced? Advancement is natural. We no longer have natural stuff. It's not that we're advanced. There's no more natural stuff, so we can't live that way.
There is still natural things.
But when you say advanced, that's the natural way of life. It's not a fucking advanced.
Not the natural way of life. That's the whole thing I'm trying to
explain. So drink natural water, eat natural water, breathe natural air.
How do you know what
well, when we started out, was it not natural? When we started out, was not it all natural?
Is it the better? Which water source?
When we started out, was it not all natural?
Which water source is better? How do you know which water source? How do you know which river in the fucking... You're on the land and you know which river. You have two different fucking rivers. Hold on, stop, I'm still talking. It's different minerals. And also inside the river is different minerals. How do you know which one has different minerals?
Okay.
How do you know?
It's
advanced.
No,
you have to know more. You have to be taught these things.
I would let you. Can I answer?
You don't learn.
Can I answer?
I'm still talking. You have to get born, and you don't get born and know it. That's not how that works. You have to learn these things. These are taught things, so it's called advanced because it's taught.
All right,
that's it. It's a taught behavior. That's it. It's a taught behavior. You're born and learn that already.
So
that's it. No matter what age it was, no matter if it was 10,000 years ago, or if it's 2,000 years in the future,
and I'm gonna answer
the same thing.
Answer.
You get born and you still have to get taught these things.
All right. So let me answer that question. Born and taught. So again, what he's calling advanced is a very simple way I'll explain this. Let's look at the wheel. Listen to the wheel. When the wheel started out, man did not carve the wheel circular. You know what he did? He carved it square. And he was pushing it, and it was fucking hard. And he kept doing it because he didn't know any better. Eventually, the corners rubbed down to a smooth, round edge. So now the wheel rolls better.
So let me finish.
It's not evidence. This is common sense. You know.
Common sense. So there's no Where exactly?
I just let him finish, and he's interrupting me. So again.
I'm just doing the same thing. I had a thought, and I want to make sure.
All right, I'll let him finish, and I'll get back to the wheel.
That the wheel was done like that. I believe that man was more advanced, and man actually designed the fucking wheel.
That's good.
And it wasn't a fucking square.
And you can believe that.
And you can believe that.
And you can believe that. So like I was saying before now.
Because there's advanced fucking
technology
out there that we've seen that's different structures all over the fucking world. That's 10,000, 20,000 years. So this is the third time of man.
Ice cream.
This is the third time of man. And it's been here 3-4 times already.
It identifies ice cream. So like I was saying with the wheel, so the wheel's cutting a square, you're pushing it. Eventually the edges is going to rub down and it's going to form a circle. So because you were observing, you became aware, oh shit, it works better in a rotation. So guess what I'm going to do the next tree I cut down? I'm not going to cut it in a square. I'm going to cut it in a circle. After I learned this, guess what I'm going to teach my son? Don't cut it like this, cut it in a circle. So now
you mean teach so your son wasn't born and knew how to do that shit?
I'll let him finish.
Teaching this shit? Oh my God, wow. Such a concept.
So again,
it was a learned behavior.
All right.
An advanced thing for him. Because he didn't know about it before. So it's advanced for him.
So again, this thing that he called advanced, or whatever he wants to call it, it's
not what I want to call it. I just did it already.
Again, I'll wait.
Finish what I was doing.
All right, so you got it. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait. And I'll get back to the wheel again. I'll get back to the wheel, but I'll let him finish.
You wasn't talking about the wheel. I'm talking about the Catholic Church. You went to the wheel now.
All right, so I'm going back. So I'll go back to the wheel.
20 minutes to divert.
So I'll go back to the wheel. So
as a side conversation.
So as the man understand that the wheel now works better in a circular. My son don't have to go through the trial and tribulations of me. So now I document it and teach him that, right? So now when he's born, guess what? He never even knew about the square and that I rolled the square to get the circle. You understand what I'm saying? So all of this is what I'm saying. This advanced knowledge that you have, you learn from making mistakes, correct it, and then you call it advanced. Call fixing your mistakes. You see, this is the problem with these dumbass niggas today. Oh, I'm advanced because you figured something out. No, you're getting a little bit more intelligent. You're not advanced. You're getting more intelligent, you fucking idiot. So this is the problem. This is why these when they finally figure it out, they think they've done something great. But I'll let them talk again because I don't do this.
Yeah, because you have to teach it to them. So it wasn't in their spectrum.
So again, as I was saying, when he goes back now to this river about to drink or not, guess what? Somebody drank from the river the first time, and we found out. So now we know, don't drink from that river. Why?
How do you know now? How you know you're the first person?
Again.
You just came and moved to this land. You're supposed to have to learn. You're supposed to just know.
I'll pause again. Right? No, we're gonna pause.
Are you not supposed to just know? Nah. So you just moved to this land. How you know which river you're gonna drink from? Which river is poisonous and not have poison? Or which river has certain minerals in it? How do you know?
All right. So like I was saying, so we come here now and we see the water. We're thirsty. We don't know if it's good or not. So
no, you don't go yet. You just got here. You didn't get to the river yet. How are you drinking already? How are you drinking already?
I'll wait.
How could you be drinking already? You didn't get to drink yet.
I'll wait.
How do you know? You mean somebody has to get taught it? Somebody has to do? You mean trial? Shit!
So again,
listen to the procedure like a lab. So in a lab, if you do something in a lab, and there's more than one things that happen, right? What is that called? Oh yeah. Shit.
All right. So let me explain to them what advanced and learning is. So now we come here, we see the water. We don't know if it's poison or not. So somebody's gonna be the first to drink from it. That motherfucker drop dead. No, we can't drink from that water. what other civilization did. They used to bring animals, and if the animal wouldn't drink from it, they're not. So now you document that. This is a learning process. Kind of like even if once you find. Oh wait, hold on. He's speaking again. I'll wait.
Documenting for others to learn an advanced technique.
Okay, so now that we see the animal die of this, right? Our ancestors didn't know why they were dying. They just know not to drink from it. Now here we are today. We have advanced technology that could break the water down and tell us exactly what was in it that killed us. But back then we didn't know. We just know not to drink from it, right? But this is not advanced.
How they know?
Okay, so I'll wait. I'll wait.
You said they knew.
So like I said, we knew not to drink from it because someone drank from it first and dropped dead, and we said, no, we're not going to drink from it. That's how we knew. But anyway, if you would listen and not just have an answer
how are you there? You can't be there.
Because so now we're asking how we get there.
You got there. So how do you get to a land and learn that?
Anyway,
you have to learn.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay quiet, and we're going to learn from Cam. I'll just stay quiet. Go ahead, Cam. We're listening. It's funny how when you give them the floor, have nothing to say, but always have an answer.
I have to say.
Okay, so then be quiet so I can talk. So be quiet. So be quiet so I can talk. I mean, are you reading the chat? Or are you just over there writing to yourself? I'm reading it. Why you think I'm talking? The chat is all laughing at you saying, "I'll wait. I'll wait." Look. Go ahead. I'm not gonna conversate with you. I'm gonna wait for you, bro. I'm gonna smoke my spliff. Enjoy this L. Because this guy seems like he can't think until he hears my voice. So I'll wait on him.
So go ahead. What does advanced technique mean?
I don't know, bro. I was trying to explain. The chat was getting it, but you want to come from how did they find water now? At first you was talking about how they know if the water was good, what minerals and all that. I was trying to explain that. Now you ask me how they got to the water. So I'm good. I am good. I am good.
So the whole point of the matter, right, was that you had to teach to do that. You said, no, you don't teach, you just know. It's just something that's there. You're saying it's advanced, it's not advanced, it's just something that's no. No, you have to teach. So now
you said we have to live off advanced technology. Of course it is. And I didn't say technology. Are you reading
advanced technique?
Advanced, what you call advanced technique? Our indigenous fucking ancestors was doing it. You call it
advanced, nigga. That they're doing more than what you. So how they get to that level? How they get to that point?
So when you go to the lab,
you get to that point?
When your ancestors knew the water was poisoned because a body drop. Hold on, and then you go to the lab.
And now it's because of body drop.
Hold on. When your ancestors again, here we go. I'll wait. Exactly. I'm gonna wait.
How do they know?
Nigga, the whole floor. He had no fucking words. As soon as I open my mouth, this nigga got a shitload. So like I said. Your ancestors did not have the advanced technology to know what was poison in the water. They just seen their fucking person drink from it and drop dead. The advanced technology is what we have today that you could break down and say, this is what killed the motherfucker. They didn't know what killed them. They just know how to drink from that water. That's from what? Just fucking observing and becoming aware and writing it down. The reason why what the water tasted the water, they didn't know then, but they just knew to stay the fuck away from that water. If you would listen, bro, it was the chat. I'm reading the chat. The chat gets it. He's back there when I'm trying to break down. Well, how do you get to the water now? How do you get to? I'm like, bro, I just asked a simple thing.
So
very simple. But go ahead. I'm gonna let.
Right. So now, once again, right, when did your ancestors were that primitive? Like I said, human nature, right, the civilization has been around on Earth multiple times. Right? The Younger Dryas, which is 10,000 years ago. The Younger Dryas, before the Bible, before all this shit was going on, before that, those advanced humanoid people on Earth. All right, then. So what the fuck are you talking about? So at the end of the day now, like I keep saying, it's advanced things. You have to come back and learn it again. You have to come back and learn it again. So if you're teaching something to somebody, what is that? You don't just know it. You have to teach it to them. They have to teach. You're teaching something to somebody. You have to write it down now. Now you have to analyze this shit. Like, okay, so how the fuck are they doing that shit? That's not a different technique? Or that's just going there and see, somebody went over there and they died. That's it. It's all that happened. But yet we have our ancestors write it down and tell you exactly what the fuck they did. But this nigga here gonna tell us, no, they just went over there and niggas just died. So they wrote it down. Niggas advanced what they did. What they did, what the fuck they doing? Canals. The fuck they built cities.
So I just gave you
the fuck was you talking about?
I just gave you the thing.
So they knew what the fuck they was doing because they were advanced.
So like I said, bro.
No, like I said.
What are you talking about?
Wait, talking. My bad. He's still talking. Hold on, I'm gonna stay quiet.
So anyway, like I was saying, the Catholic Church, what you were saying with the Catholic Church now, that you're a Christian, and that the Catholic Church, in your opinion, doesn't hide things as much as you say. No, that's what
no, the Catholic Church is completely different. The Catholic Church, I left the Catholic Church, and when I came back as a Protestant Christian because the Catholic Church hides things and fucking. The Catholic Church to me is just total opposite of what the Bible says it's supposed to be. Like, you know, they got all these fucking scandals, they got all this money, you know, they all this power.
Every church you see,
Catholic Church is not Christian.
Every church you see is real estate. Now, the Catholic Church and Catholic and Christian has a separation though as well. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a big separation. That's what Protestants are. They protest in the Catholic Church. They broke off and did their own thing.
You're a Protestant.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
let me ask you a question because I'm a little curious. What is the difference between a Protestant and a Catholic?
So, what's the difference between a Protestant?
Well, the Catholic there's a bunch of differences. There's a bunch of differences in beliefs. I think that's what you're talking about because you already heard me tell them that the Protestants are basically like Reformed Catholics, like people that broke away from the Catholic Church because they didn't agree. But mainly, is that the Protestants accuse the Catholic Church of idolatry. Like that's why. When you see a crucifix, for example, with Jesus' body on the cross, you know that's an image. You know what I mean? That's the Bible says not to do that, and not to be praying to the saints and praying to Mary or nothing. Only God is worthy of worship and prayer. You know, so it's like the Catholics will pray to Mary, the Catholics will pray to Saint Anthony and Saint this and Saint that. Protestants don't do that. You know, and the Catholics believe that when they have communion, that the bread and the wine actually turns into the body and the blood of Jesus every Sunday, and they're perpetually sacrificing him over and over again. Like what he did on the cross that day wasn't enough. He got to die every Sunday. You know what I mean? The Protestants don't believe that. So basically, there's a lot of differences. But the main is that, you know, the Protestants accuse the Catholics of being idolaters.
Well, the first thing I understand between all of that is the Catholic didn't come about until the Roman Empire.
Right? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing, too, basically. That's how the Protestants basically bringing it back to the roots. So you had the original Christian church, the Catholics did their thing. And then people were like, nah, this isn't it. And then tried to bring it back to the original roots.
The reason why I mentioned the Roman Catholics and I mentioned the Roman Empire, because before they became Christians, you remember the Romans had different gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they worship different deities. So it only makes sense to combine now with the Christian and form this Catholicism, right? Roman Catholic. This is why they're able to still worship to, like you say, Mary and Saint this and Saint that. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's still part of their institution before they merge. See, this is what I'm saying. Like when I speak, bro, I don't just fucking talk to hear my voice and just talk. I literally do research on these shit. And this is why I tell people, if you listen, just take the time just to listen to what I'm saying. The shit you're gonna say to me is gonna already be answered. You know, so going back to what I was saying with wheel and technology, no, advancement doesn't come. It comes from trials and mistake. You're pushing something square until the edges run off and you see that it's round. So moving forward, you'll be a fuck. Let me finish. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. The whole time I'm quiet. As soon as I open my mouth, it's like, you understand? It's like, this nigga, bro. This is why I would never commit a crime with this nigga, bro. I swear to God. Because I'll be like, hey, oh, this nigga did this. Gee, discipline, my nigga. Type of niggas you fuck with, they lack discipline, bro. So like I was saying, going back to the wheel, comes advancement later on. You learn from trials and tribulations. You realize that the square ain't really worth it. Working until the square wore itself out to form the circle. So moving forward from there, you will never make a wheel again in a circle. And then you teach your offsprings is. So moving forward, they never even knew it started out as a circle, as a square. You understand? And then now you might say, oh, we're advanced. We came up with the wheel. But how did the wheel come about? No, nobody had a vision. No, it's trial and tribulation. Just like, again, you go to the water thing. Now you find where the good water is to drink. You're not the only one drinking there. Guess who else is drinking there? The fucking animals. So you're going to go there when? Not when they're there. So when you're going to figure out after going to the water well a few times, this is the best time. You know when the best time is going to be? High noon. When the hottest day. The animals ain't going to try to be out there. They're going to be in shade. Now the water's open. You could go drink as much as you want, have a little bit more time. That was no advanced thing. That was me observing my fucking environment, becoming aware of my environment, becoming conscious of it, and now fucking implementing what I've learned. That's not advancement. This is what the fuck you go to school. This is what life's about. You learn from your fucking mistakes. But most of you niggas don't realize that's what the fuck it is. Keep making the same mistake over and over and say, I'm not advanced. No, dummy. You just have to learn from your fucking mistake to move ahead. That's how fucking simple it is. Fuckers.
Here's the main definition. Verb, action word, to move forward, to progress or improve. Advance. That's what the definition is. To progress or improve. To move forward.
So, again, he's saying that we need to have a new advanced way of eating. Advanced way of eating. You just said advanced way of eating. I said, what is advanced? Advanced was our natural way of eating. Once we found out what was good and what was bad, if we stood to that, it would have been good. Now we eating so-called advanced way of eating artificial meat and all this other fuckery and chemicals. Shit didn't have to be advanced once you knew what was bad, because shit was natural. Now you're eating shit that's fucking infested with fucking chemicals and everything because you want advanced meat. Not real meat and all that bullshit. Your ancestors knew what to eat, what not to eat, what to drink, what not to drink, from motherfuckers dying from it. You understand? The advance is now we learn what was in it that killed them. After that, we should have stopped. The advancement of it, you can get the same taste as chicken without eating chicken. We got this fake chicken, fake beef, fake whatever. That's what that advances. It's no longer advanced after you made the mistake, you found the truth of it. Okay, that's what it is. Now, when you're trying to improve it or alter it or change it, now you're advancing. You're not making it better. You're moving ahead of it, but what are you really doing with it? So what we need to do is not advance, is to go back to what the original was, what the fucking your ancestors was eating, the original shit. You understand what I'm saying? You look at our food. We don't even own our food because how you know you don't own your food? When you grow your seeds, you only get GMO seeds that only last, 1 or 2 seasons tops. Why you think your fucking fruits and vegetables don't have seeds? They don't reproduce themselves because that's the advanced fruit you're eating. That's the advanced. It's not the same fruits and vegetables your ancestors were eating. It's the advanced. Seedless grapes, seedless apples, seedless bananas. Advanced. Stupid fuck. Not y'all.
Oh, so you're saying that
stupid fuck. Not y'all.
And improving.
Yeah, they knew what to drink from.
So they weren't improving.
They knew what water.
They weren't improving.
Yeah, they did. They did improve.
So they weren't advanced.
They knew not to drink from the water over here. So they knew not to drink from the water.
So they were moving forward.
Any time before 12. That's what they learned. That was advanced. Yeah. So they were moving
not
forward. Trying to tell you, this look like chicken, tastes like chicken.
Move forward. So it was improving and moving forward then.
So what do you call when you can eat chicken, but it's not really chicken, but tastes like chicken? Is that advanced chicken, or is that
that's beyond chicken?
Is that advanced chicken or primitive chicken? When you eating the beef, that's not real beef. Is that advanced beef or is that primitive beef, nigga?
Who's eating
dumbass motherfucker? What is that called? It's not beef. What is that meat called? No, but is that would that be called the advanced? It tastes like beef. It tastes like beef, but it ain't beef. Is that the advanced?
How's that advanced?
Because the primitive will be the primitive would actually be the real meat, right? Will be the source, right?
Is that an improvement?
The source, right?
Is that an improvement?
This is why the world's fucked up. Niggas like this is why the world's fucked up, bro.
That's an improvement.
This is what indoctrination looks like at the fullest. Common sense out the fucking door.
So you're gonna eat?
Oh, listen, you got me dying right now.
Improvement.
Well,
that's not an improvement.
Well, if it's called, if it has advanced on it, I'm not eating it. Put it like that.
Advanced? That's not
if it's
advanced.
I'm not eating it. Fuck out of here.
No sense.
Advanced. We have to be advanced.
Intellectual conversation and speak how it makes sense.
Read the chat.
Where is Bill Gates fucking Impossible Burger advanced? No, it's advanced. Fucking natural. That's how. So to move forward,
Impossible Burger
is the fucking thing about
Impossible
advanced.
Burger, right?
That's the whole definition of advanced.
He said I'm tough. He said he's tough.
Listen,
he's mentioned that. Nobody talking about
Impossible Burger. I make a burger, and I made a burger that comes from an original cow since your ancestors been eating. I tell you to eat both of them, right? I tell you to eat both of them. I give it to your ancestors. I say, yo, eat both of these. Your ancestors are gonna take the one this original cow and say, oh, this is and I'm gonna give them the new form of that shit. Which only because they don't even involve the cow. It tastes like the cow. Hold on. When I get the ancestors who ate real beef and this impossible beef, which one of them you think they're gonna say was advanced, and which is what they always know? Which one is the advanced? The natural, the one or whatever impossible beef, or the natural beef? The natural beef is the one they always know, right? This so-called impossible beef or whatever that tastes like beef but ain't beef. Which one of those are those two? Which is advanced? Which is advanced?
I want to say the impossible one.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure that I'm not the only one that's not getting it, because I know the chat's getting. I'm reading this shit, but I just want to
know that y'all do know this is recorded, right? So I just said that, and then you just repeated what I said.
Okay,
he just said that. Yes, I did. I just said that our ancestors is what was eating advanced. They were eating advanced because it was natural. You said, but the Impossible Burger. I said I need to say it.
Look at the Alex Jones.
Nah, I'm still tripping because he said if you told my ancestors eat both of these,
this is actually
my ancestors would have paused you.
And it's recorded.
So I eat both of these is wild.
So go back and listen to it and hear that what I said, and you're like, well, what are you talking about? Because you just went on a rant protest like Kendrick Lamar. You was a Kendrick Lamar.
Like Kendrick Lamar.
Talking about. I'm here telling you that the advanced shit was to do natural, and you're telling me advanced is impossible. No, back in the days we had technology and advanced techniques.
All the
where John at?
Food or laced today with more chemicals than
what's happening, bro?
We've been talking
about
you latest
burgers, motherfuckers is really amped over their meat.
Yeah, we were trying to.
Listen, they're listening to the taping, bro. They're hearing the same thing. This nigga talk about everything recorded. Everybody's listening. Yeah, we're hearing the same thing, bro. If you read the chat, you'll see. Okay,
man, I hear you. It's recorded. Half the time you listen to the chat, it's recorded. Well, they hear what I said. Hear what you said.
It seems like
and you're like, oh, then what the hell was the argument about? No, you arguing.
That's why we're laughing.
That's why I'm laughing at you, because you're not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that it was old when it was in the advanced times. Those are advanced techniques. You're like, there's no such thing as advanced technique. You got to be born with it. What the fuck? No, you teach advanced. That's how things get to improve and to move forward. Because you're improving, you're teaching someone else. And that was my exact same statement.
This is how we came up with This is how we came up with
that was my first fucking statement.
We're going to take the beef out, and we're going to put this and this. Gonna give you more.
That is wild. We're gonna take the beef out as wild.
Bro, this is why it's impossible beef. You could have all the beef you want without the high cholesterol in this, because it's advanced. We took all the good stuff and did it. Your guys, organic.
Right.
Here goes the organic. But I'm like organic when it was natural already. Like, let it be. So what we're doing? We're relabeling shit that was original already now. Oh no, it's new advanced. No, that was it before you put chemical. Oh, don't tell nobody because we're advanced now. Shut the fuck up. Let me roll up.
Nah, is this I'm missing when I don't attend these streams? Yup, this is exactly the shit you miss when you don't attend these streams. Shit, man. I keep telling you guys, the Unc Podcast is gonna far surpass the other channel. What you think? I just be talking shit, or you think I don't think my other channel's good? disregarded to spill water over myself, people. I'm gonna go get me something to roll up my damn stuff. Yo,
Yeti, man. Good looks.
You heard what I was saying before, though? You heard real quick. You heard what I was saying before, though? Like, I don't think you was able to hear me when you was talking about the ancestors that were here to see the fucking someone die from drinking the water, so they wouldn't fuck with the water. Yo, why the fucking junkies can't figure that shit out? Why the junkies see somebody die from a bag of dope and then they want to get that dope?
I'm gonna tell you why, bro. And it's fucked up that I know this, my nigga. And
I mean, I know the reason, but it's crazy.
Huh?
I know the reason, but it's crazy. The tolerance is so high that, like, I want the shit to kill me.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Once you see, that's what makes a fucking junkie a junkie, because they chase you that first high, which you'll never get. So when they see a nigga die of it, they're like, oh yeah, that's that shit right there. And they go looking for that shit, bro. That's how a fucking a dope brand becomes big. When they hear someone OD'd off it, everybody want it. It's fucking crazy, bro. But again, like I said, you learn from your mistakes. When you learn from your mistakes, you could call it advancement. I just look at it as, okay, I'm not gonna make that mistakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I got kids. I tell my kids, this is my golden rule. You can make as many fucking mistakes as you want. I only have one rule. It can't be the same mistake again. That's it. And when I say can't be the same mistake again, I don't mean if the mistake comes disguised as another way. You can't fall for the same fucking trick again. You're supposed to learn from your error and you build off of that. That's how you fucking become advanced, if he says that's what advance is. But I look at advance as like when you take the water and you look into the water to see what fucking in it actually makes you ill or what killed you. But when you first become aware, like, don't drink from that water, that's not advancement. That's fucking common sense. That's fucking cognitive skills. Like, oh, wait a minute. I just seen that motherfucker die. I'm not drinking over there. I won't ever drink from over there. I will never find out why. I just know I'm not drinking from over there. That's not advancement skill. Then I'll tell my kids, stay the fuck away from that pond. Niggas die. If they don't listen, guess what? They're going to try it and they will die. But after that, somebody will learn. Remember what they always said? Hard head equals a soft ass. That's not advancement. That's fucking learning, bro. And that's the shit I've been trying to say, man. Motherfuckers be wanting credit for shit that you're supposed to learn from. That's not called advancement. Advancement is after you learn from it and then you implement it. Now you're becoming advanced. You're becoming smarter. That's all I was trying to fucking say.
So a definition is a clear explanation of a meaning of a word, a phrase, concept, or an idea. In simple terms, a definition tells you what something means. Example, word, advancement, definition, to move forward or to make a progress. So when you ask, what is the definition of advancement? You're asking for the explanation of the word. Advancement means, if you want to explain the definition of advancement, here's the definition, right? Boom. Let's go. To move forward or to progress. That's it. That's all. So since we need simpleness, right? Okay, good. Let's do it again, right? Very simple. Very simple to understand, right? So let's go with the word advance. To move forward, to progress. So meaning, when you move forward from point A to point B in a learning process, doesn't matter what the process is, as long as you move forward and you progress to something else, you have advanced. That's it. Clear definition.
How did we get from a cow to impossible beef? They must have took the cow and
that's not an advancement.
So
that's not an advancement.
Again,
that's not moving forward.
You guys see this again. As soon as my voice opens,
it's moving backwards.
As soon as he hears my voice, it triggers something.
That's
so
I'm
gonna stay quiet so we can have a pleasurable conversation.
Let's do it backwards as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet.
That's not moving forward. That's a backward movement. That's the whole pause. That's a backward movement. That's not a pause.
All right, so
we didn't do anything to the backward movement.
So you have a cow.
Backward movement is wild.
So you have, and then
to improve.
So people, hold on. He's talking. I'm gonna stay quiet again. Hold on. I'll wait.
The word advance can mean different things depending on the content.
I'll let him read all the definitions.
Move forward, improve, or develop. There you go.
All right. So now, like I was saying,
technology continues to
you started again. My bad.
To make something better, more developed. Example: technology continues to advance.
All right. So
an advanced technique.
I thought he was done.
I'm sorry.
I'll wait.
Have a pause there so you really understand an advanced technique.
Yeah. Yo, fucking John, my homie John, you know John. He just said is that Sean with Cam. He said you being your own Sean right now.
Oh wait, he was doing the same thing to Sean too?
No. Sean was there looking shit up for us. So you see, I came over here looking shit up. If Sean was here, he'd have been telling Sean, "Yo, look this up for me. Look this up for me. Look this up for me." But Cam's being his own Sean right now.
The laptop. You know what I'm saying? But it's some simple shit Sean could have did, and he's sitting there don't want to get in front of the
I want to get back to that cow thing, so I'm gonna wait till he's done again.
Cow thing. I just want to make sure you understand what advances. Move forward, improve, develop.
Yo, I want one of them Elepup hats, so that shit's hard.
He ain't done yet. He ain't done yet. He still got some more. Cause Unc, what I'm about to say, I only want you to answer. I don't need him to answer, so I don't even need to hear his voice. So clear. As soon as I hear his voice, I'll stop talking. All right, so Unc, check it out. Meaning we just see this thing a cow, right? We kill it, we eat it. It was good. A couple of days went by, we didn't preserve it right. We got sick. So we learned from that. Next time we kill a cow, we have to eat it a certain amount of time, or we have to learn to preserve it. How we learn to preserve it, that's a whole nother issue. Now, we go eat a cow and something else happened, and then we realize that the cow was ill. Maybe this is what they call mad cow disease, right? But now we realize this is a perfect type of cow to eat at the perfect time of the year or whatever, or to raise it a certain way. You're going to learn this from your mistakes, right? So now we found that. So we live off that. Now, let me ask you something, Unc. When you have a company called Impossible Beef, did they not now look at the cow that we've been eating and have natural causes like maybe high cholesterol or whatever eating too much red meat causes, and they say, you know what? We could create the same taste, texture, everything, just minus all the bad things that cause heart problems in this. Is that regular cow, or is that advanced method or an advanced thing of that cow?
I mean, it's advanced. That doesn't necessarily make it a good thing, but it's advanced.
That's all I wanted to say. All right, go ahead. I'll give him back the floor.
You said that someone in a lab making something is advanced now?
Like I said, not necessarily good, but it's advanced. It's a difference. It's a progression. It's a mutation. Like advanced don't mean necessarily good. It's further along. It's something that didn't exist before and it now exists.
Thank you.
So now,
but at the same time, that doesn't mean that's the only thing that the word advanced means. The word advanced has other definitions. If I take a step forward, I advanced. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a really
step forward,
all encompassing. Huh?
Definition of a step forward.
Going ahead.
If I take a step, if I literally take one step, I just advanced.
Exactly. It means to go ahead. You advanced. You went ahead, right?
So in the context of what we were speaking about, right, which is food, right? Mm-hmm. How is that going ahead?
All right, so let me.
How is that improvement?
So I'm gonna answer now.
Technologically, it's not an improvement. Not an improvement at all.
Let me answer that because that's where it started from. So he said that we're gonna have to start a new advanced way of eating. I said, what do you mean by that? Hold on a second. And I said, what do you mean by that? I said, our ancestors been doing that. When they found out what was natural and pure, that's all we had to do. There was no advancement. What you mean to say we have to go back to that, stop eating all of this artificial shit we're eating and go back. We're not advancing. We're not going ahead. We're going back to what our predecessors used to do. How is that advancement if you're going back? We're not discovering something new. We already knew this. We're just going to go back to it. Advancing is to go forward, like you said, to progress, to move ahead. We're not moving ahead. We're using a method going back. We're going to eat the original shit. That's why I was like, what do you mean advance? If we went back to what we originally were supposed to eat, the original thing of everything that was original, that's not advancing. That's going back to what it was before. So maybe we have to digress and not progress. You understand? Progress goes with
like 3D printed food is an advancement, but I don't want to eat that shit.
That's what I said. So we have to go back to what we already know that works, what we already know is true, what we already know is original. We're not advancing. Us eating original food, that's advancement, or our predecessors been doing that? We eating Impossible beef, that's an advancement. Our predecessors never ate that.
What you're saying is that where they grow, so only Impossible meat is out there to eat. 1, 2, you're also stating that now they don't have better grow techniques to grow better food, bigger yield, and not do unnatural way, right? Because they're doing different fucking natural resources and shit like that, right? Anyway, you're saying basically that also the air and the water is the same as it was back in those days. So now you're saying that basically because you want to act like these details don't matter because it's just a rant, which I understand is a rant. You guys get little laughs, ha ha ha, joke, but you're not really making any sense because you're saying that any sort of advancement or anything that happens in advancement would have to be anything that just happens. Period. Now, you're also stating that anything that happens is an evil, bad, or good. So now you're putting out there that this thing could be bad or good, but it doesn't matter what it is.
Yo, Poke,
so now, how is that advancement?
You're right, Poke.
When the actual word of advancement does not mean that it has to necessarily be this particular thing.
Yo, you can't get Poke. You can't get Poke on here.
She don't want to get on here.
Oh, okay. Because she's spitting some shit in the chat, bro. I'm reading her shit.
You're more than welcome, obviously, but I don't think she would want to get on.
Nah, she's spitting some shit. Just want to say, he's talking about the replays is on. People are listening, even what they're typing. This is how I know if they're listening or not, or following along. And she's been on point. I've been reading her shit since the beginning.
If I poison you, is that an advancement in your body? If I poison you, if I literally sit here and put poison in your drink, you drink the poison, is that an advancement in your body? If I tell you that's an advancement.
The advancement is not to take the fucking drink from you.
Is that advancement? That's an advancement.
Not to take the drink from you.
Okay.
Nah, but if you came out with a new poison to kill people with, that's an advancement.
So now if I go now and I go back and now treat this soil here, and I make this soil fucking I overturn the soil and I put new things that we have here. Now I'm saying and build a whole structure for this, right? I grow my food naturally there as it is, come right from the ground. I don't put nothing bullshit in there, right? Now, when I say an advancement, that's an advancement in your eating habits. It's an advancement in your body because now you're eating that. That's not going backwards. That's an advancement in what you're doing because it's a step forward in your health. It's a step forward in your progression of health.
Yeah. That's a way that would be an advancement in your health. But just because an advancement is like advanced stages of cancer, not a good thing.
Well, it's not. See, y'all tell me I was wrong, but you didn't want to hear what the fuck I was saying. And at the same time, now I'm only repeating.
I never said you was wrong about anything. You just asked me about one specific thing, and I give my opinion about it.
Nothing at all that's different. All you're doing is sitting and fucking making a mockery of this shit because you're sitting there and misinterpreting what people are saying on purpose. Purposely. That's what that is going on. It's an advancement. It's a simple fucking word. We was talking about fucking religion. Simple fucking word. We sat there, went over the fucking definition. So now your opinion doesn't mean that your opinion is fucking gold. Matter of fact, your opinion is shit. Because I just proved that it's not that.
Rolling.
Simple things. What's the definition of a definition? And what's the word? So then what's the word? What's the word mean? What's the definition mean?
Rolling a fan.
I pinned the craziest pause of the day, by the way, people. Anybody took the pick, I don't know for the craziest pause so far.
Is you smoking the regular cigarettes or the Indian cigarettes an advancement?
What?
What do you mean?
I want to hear your answer, buddy. Smoking Indian cigarettes to the cigarettes you smoke now, is that an advancement?
Is it an advancement? Because you made it seem like it was, like you was doing better.
I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
No, but when you was,
good answer.
What were you doing?
Good answer.
Well, it would depend on which way you looked at it. Like if I was to move to cigarettes with more nicotine in them, that'd be an advancement.
No, when you was
not necessarily a good one.
Newports and you stopped smoking the Newports, you started smoking the Indian joints. What was the difference? You made it seem like it was better.
Yeah. It wasn't as addicting, and it made my I felt better. Like I didn't cough as much. I had better health.
Okay, and then let me ask you something. So, what changed the Indian cigarette to the cigarette that was making?
They're organic.
Okay,
they're organic.
So you see what I'm saying? So it wasn't a natural regular shit. It was advanced. They put other shit into it.
No, what happened was that he advanced his fucking thought and he went and stopped smoking cigarettes. That was the whole point. He advanced his thought process and stopped smoking cigarettes.
I thought it was the improvement of something of the tobacco or the cigarette.
But the Indian cigarettes. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This is why it goes both ways though. Pause, because the Indian cigarettes were the original, but at the same time, since those were unavailable, they were technically an advancement. So you had the original organic raw cigarettes, and then the bad advancements. All these different cigarette companies putting all these chemicals in their cigarettes to make theirs taste this way, or theirs addicted to this, or theirs addicted to that. Now, once all the companies have all this bullshit they have in the tobacco, and there is no organic cigarettes left, when a company decides to come out with an organic one, I consider that an advancement, even though they're going back to the original way. So that's, I think, what Cam is trying to say.
Yeah, I know. So this is what I'm saying. So the advancement that we're making, right? Is it really advancement going forward, or we're going back to something we already knew and maybe forgot? The technique that
but that would still be that would be an advancement to make that move.
The technique,
but I get what you're saying. How it's not anything. It's not no new technology.
Exactly.
It's not.
It's remembering what the fuck you did. It's not advancing. You didn't learn nothing new. You just remember what the fuck you did. You didn't go ahead forward. What did you do different than what they did back then? You did. So if we went back, hold on a second. So if we went back to what they were actually doing, eating natural and this and that, and then say from what they were doing to what we start doing now, eating natural, how much have we advanced? The advancement have been all the fucking shit that made us come back to the original. I'll say it again. The advancement was the shit that made us come back. The advancement was the shit that made us come
but
back.
At the same time, what Cam was talking about is though you're talking about advancements in technology. What Cam's talking about is advancement in the way you treat yourself.
Did not say that. That's not what I said at all.
No, what you read?
I didn't say that. It said to improve and develop.
To improve and develop.
What does improvement mean?
Improve and develop.
What does improve?
Improve and develop.
You want to see the word improve? Let's go with the word improve.
So when you build a house out of sand and the fucking rain wash it away, how you improve it? You use bricks.
So that's not a
right. You don't use sand again. Right? If we realize that sand get washed the fuck away, and later on now something happened with bricks, we're gonna go back to sand. No,
right.
Because isn't that also going back? But wouldn't that be advanced because we're gonna switch now from bricks and we're gonna use fucking wood? So we keep advancing.
Wait, what? Now you switching it up now. You can't switch it up.
All right, so even sand.
Only one way. You switching one thing.
What I'm trying to show you, like I said, whatever you call advancement was what we already found out that actually worked and thought we were improving on it. So had to go the fuck back. So this advancement you're saying, what you call advancement, is really going back to what the fuck we did. Advancement is to
back in the day when it growing microgreens.
Do you call advancement after you break up with a bitch and say, hey, I got a new bitch, and you bring the same bitch around? You advance? No, her personality probably advanced. Something of her finance probably advanced, but it's the same old bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you right now because you have no fucking respect. So I ain't talking to you right now. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to my chat. So you had the same bitch, and she was a hoe, this and that, and then you married her years later because now she's a housewife. It's the same bitch, but did she advance?
It means something better.
No, she just learned what she should have been before she got advanced. So once she's a city girl, you see, trigger alert.
Strength, or perfect.
This is the mentality that fuck you niggas up out here. Y'all see the world what it is.
Right. Difference between advance and improve. Move forward or progress. Make it better. So how do you make something better if it's poisoning you?
How did we switch to where it's poisoning us that we got to go back? So when we got to where we got to now, why did we get to where we got to now? They were trying to make it worse. The beef that we had, they were trying to make it worse, and this is what got us here, or they were trying to make it better? Can you answer
me that? They were trying
to
make it worse. That's exactly what they were trying to do. What are you talking about? That was the whole point of it. The whole point is to make it worse.
When niggas had grapes,
to poison people.
When niggas had grapes and there was seeds in it, and kept saying, I don't want grapes with seeds.
It's not an advancement.
Was the advancement of taking the seeds out, or was it advancement of taking the seeds? Right?
Advancement.
You gonna go get your own fucking water at the river. Is it better now that you have a faucet in your house? Yeah, it's advancement, but now what?
How's that an advancement?
Right?
How's that an advancement?
So you go get me some water right now and don't use my fucking sink.
When did I use your sink?
I just said, go get me some water now.
What am I getting water for? You go get yourself water. You have
you
water
see what I'm saying? You either have to go to this store. You have to go to this store. Turn my sink on. You see where this nigga's brain is?
Why you go get the water then?
You see how simple comprehension works?
Why don't you know where the river is at?
You see how simple comprehension
You know the water source is at in Long Island?
They go Alex Jones. Alex Jones coming. 3, 2, 1. Watch Alex Jones coming right now. So like I said, water, right? If I say, yo, get me some water, you can't use my faucet. You don't know where the local water is. You're going to have to go to the store and buy it. But it's advanced.
Why do you feel that?
Right? It's advanced. How is that? When we used to go to the river, we didn't have to take advanced technology of bringing it there. But
so can you drink from any river?
Again, now we go to any river. Oh, shit, Alex came back on. Yo, every time I hear him, it's like a pause button with me. Every time I hear his voice, it's a mute.
Protest Kendrick Lamar, yeah. Woo! Step. That's what I see. All the college shit with stepping and shit.
And this guy hasn't even been drinking no alcohol right now. This is just regular weed and pressure
every day.
This is regular
high on life.
Religion. And we went into a whole fucking thing about advancement. Why? Because they can't comprehend that advancement have different meanings. And his fucking advancement meaning is different than what the fuck I made the advancement meaning.
Yeah, I know y'all need some of this.
Oh shit!
I know y'all. This is the only way I can sit here. Come on, smoke y'all. Come on, it's on me.
Hella Puff.
We all gotta be here together.
Our sponsor today, Hella Puff. Soon, hopefully, Hella Puff sends Unc a hat. So this way, he got, a Hella Puff hat to wear on a stream, but work that out.
Look for that grabber.
I don't fuck with grabber, but I've been using Big Bamboos for years.
Or performance.
Make the switch. Hella Puff.
You can advance without improving. You heard that? You heard that, Doug?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
That's what I said from the beginning.
Yeah, you said it.
When we were talking about all that food, that Impossible Burger. It's an advancement, but it's not an improvement.
Yeah, you said it. You said not all advancement is good. You clearly said that. We heard you.
You know what? You didn't hear that. I was already agreeing with him from before. You didn't hear that because you wanted to go and cut me off and do some extra shit. No, but if you had to do this, then
Alex Jones,
if
3,
you went to the
2,
straw,
1.
The
Alex
side,
Jones.
The
what are you talking about? No, but you use it like
it's not mine. It made it simple like this because it's bricks and it's sand, and the sand and the bricks go backwards. It's not an improvement though. It's not an advancement. So it's not an advancement because that's not the word. That's not how the word.
Don't he remind you of a black Alex Jones?
Don't you remind you of Candace Owens?
I mean, take that shit over Alex Jones any day. See the day straight. I always do it, but I let you guys down. All you have to do is, yo, my bad. I made a mistake. I know it. Yo, you're gonna get a sponsorship from fucking what's that company called? I was just reading about it too. It's like one of them shits to calm people down. Some new pill you could take to calm people down. They gonna see this shit and be like, yo, we gonna send you a month packet.
Yo, I'm thinking about starting another channel, reading motherfuckers' bedtime stories.
Reading bedtime.
Oh, bedtime.
Let Cam read the bedtime stories. Motherfucker, I said he blew the house down. What do you understand? It was made out of wood, nigga. It wasn't a concrete crib. It was a wooden crib.
Yo, you can't go to fuck to sleep. I don't understand why you can't go to fuck to sleep. I told you to go to sleep. It's fucking late. You got school in the morning. What are you doing up? That don't make no sense. Go to sleep.
Nah, nigga, Huff and Puff, he drove his motherfucking truck through it. But that's not how the story go. Nigga, yo, Cam will be the perfect nigga, bro. If they don't fall asleep from the story just from him yelling, he's scared the fuck out them. I think it'll work. If you little niggas ain't done by the, you niggas ain't sleeping by the time I end the story, I'm popping up at the crib, my nigga. I'm sliding through.
Oh, shit.
The parents gonna be like, yo, the best bedtime app I've ever had. Not knowing this.
Really, yo, look out the window. You see that car out there? I'm in that car out there. You don't go to sleep by the time I'm done reading the story.
Word. He be having this little secret message, yo. If y'all don't fall asleep,
and then the story will be the story of the last motherfucker that didn't fall asleep before the story was over.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You know, before the story starts, he'll give him a little opening statement like, yo, bro, I make my bread by your parents buying it so you go to sleep. If y'all ain't sleeping at 15 minutes start, my nigga, I'm popping up. Bump my bread up.
yo, I'm not even talking about for kids, though. I'm talking about straight up adult bedtime stories. Kids got parents to read them fucking bedtime stories. Fucking, you got these grown-ups now that never grew up. You know, that need safe spaces and all of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to pay. They can just go find a YouTube channel of a motherfucker that'll read them a bedtime story. You know what I mean? They have trouble sleeping and all that shit. Like, yo, that shit a hit.
It's hard.
No, he's still on advancement, bro.
Is improvement.
This nigga right here, you can have him doing the adult bedtime stories, bro. Let him do the scary movies.
Life-threatening.
Let him read like Freddy Krueger stories and shit. This nigga right here, niggas asleep as an adult.
If food is it is harm.
He'll tell him about. He'll tell him home invasion stories.
Progress or something.
home invasion and carjacking.
Damage is life-threatening.
So the fool was sitting at the fuck. Right? He was sitting on the light. He thought he was cool.
Yeah. And the bitch didn't want to give up the keys. She got out of the whip, but she wouldn't give me the fucking file. Like, if I wasn't going to fucking notice when that shit started beeping, so I smacked her with the hammer, right?
I had to pull out the desert, right? And when I pulled out the desert, things we having. That's a good idea,
then
bro.
I took a whole fucking while with her ID and all of that shit.
Poison is not advancement, it's harm. And advancement means improvement, progress, or something that makes the situation better. Poison food is the opposite.
Yo, this is definition 139. He still got 4 more to read. He still got 4 more advancements to read.
Bare nonsense. Tells you right there.
You got 3 more, I think.
Right.
There's 3 more.
I gotta roll up.
How can something food poison outbreak safety laws? It's not advancement.
Yeah,
because it can't be an advancement.
You're right.
Because I got the definition of advancement.
You're right.
Or advanced.
You're fucking right. I agree.
You don't have to.
I concur. I agree with you. Yo, what's going on with that Charlie Kirk shit? That bitch Erica Kirk is out of here, bro. She is out of here. Yo, they said the word of today is advance. Yo, that's funny as fuck. Yo, that's crazy. Danita's here. Have you read your advancements? Yo, yeah, Erica's done, bro. She's finito, man. She's finito. It's fucked up, bro. Because now they got me fucking fucked up, in the head, because I'm like, did Charlie fake his death? If he didn't fake his death, it's fucked up. But him faking his death, I could even see how that falling in too. It just didn't go out as he planned. But Erica definitely, she a terrible actress. She fucked the whole shit up. And then the whole crew started fucking the whole shit up. But I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, he's in Switzerland. He's probably with Epstein, right? I'm thinking all these niggas together. Go get their face reconstructed, get a new identity, and that's it. See, that's what fucking El Chapo should have did. When he knew he was wanted, as soon as he escaped, nigga, he should have went to Switzerland or something, got your face reconstructed. Only tell a few people. Like literally just a few, 2. And that's it. Yeah, but Erica's cooked, bro. PTUSA 2's cooked. They said if Trump didn't win, Charlie was going to go to jail. Because they were a non-for-profit organization that was endorsing a candidate, which was Vance.
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me?
Uh-huh.
I think when I go inside, you can't hear me or whatever the fuck. I was saying, yo, we gotta come out with a T-shirt that said it's just gonna say advanced. That's all I was gonna say on that shit. Advanced. We start rocking that shit on the show.
Wait, hold on a second. Alyssa, you want to know if Charlie Kirk is in Switzerland? Yeah, now, so basically now what's being uncovered, that Fort Huachuca is the main thing going on with that chick. So if you go back, see, all right, what fucked up? Again, it's gonna, to me, what I'm seeing with all the pieces, Charlie was a fucking a bait. You understand what I'm saying? When he made that speech, and the guy who discovered him, I forgot his name, who said, don't go to college, you should go around and become a speaker or whatever, and started investing in him. That helped him start TPUSA. They knew, he was the one, because they were watching him too. They said since he was young, since he was small, he even went to like a gifted school. And, huh? It sounds like a fucking movie, my nigga. No, it's dead ass true. Because think about it, bro. Everything that's going on.
I was pausing. You said this is even small. You can just when I call pause, just run right over me, ignore me like I ain't even say nothing. I just be doing that shit for comic relief. But you said since he was small, I just had to do a pause on that shit.
Since he was young, I should say. But if you even look at everything going on, why we haven't heard nothing come from his family? Why we haven't heard nothing come from his family? And when Erica's out here,
that's true.
When Erica's out here doing all of this, who the fuck's watching her kids? They just lost their father, so they got to be going through some sort of trauma, bro. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. Once some kids is over 2, they go, and now mommy ain't around. They gonna think mommy might not come back like daddy. They're gonna go through some trauma. So while she's running around getting the numbers and coming out here glittery out and doing all this, what's up with the kids? This is where you're supposed to choose between the company and the kids, and we clearly see what the fuck you're doing. So who's watching the kids? Who's taking care of them? You gonna tell me a nanny or whatever? That's not you, bro. And they just lost their pops. So think about it. Or Charlie might be alive and he's the one home with them. They switch roles. I don't fucking know, bro. But what I know is, shit don't sound right. There's a lot of shit in there that's crazy. And the deeper they're digging is the more you see in a conspiracy, bro. It comes real. And there's a dude on YouTube right now. His name is Wolves in Finance. He's doing it the smart way, bro. He's following the money, revealing the players. And now the players is revealing where they were in the positions they were all at when the shit happened. And you're seeing shit. Like, one of the things they caught Erica in a lie is this. She waited on a tarmac for one of the executives from TPUSA to land to go see Charlie at the hospital. She waited on a tarmac for him for 1 hour. Now think about this. Your wife got shot. She in the hospital. You waiting on a tarmac for one of your people to come in to go to the hospital? Or you gonna be like, nigga, meet me over there? She waited on the phone for 1 hour for this nigga to land instead of going to the hospital to go see her husband.
And who did she wait? Who was it that she was waiting for?
Andrew Kovad, or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay.
Like, and then that's when he said he got off the plane and he fell in her arms. But she was there an hour before you got there. Why she was still there? Why she wasn't at the hospital? That shit gotta make sense, bro. And she said it. This all came out of her mouth and his mouth. So you gotta make that make sense. Your husband or your wife just got shot, maybe even dead, and you're waiting for somebody to come?
Pause. But I'm hearing that she's what's it called? Like real deep in with JD Vance.
That what?
That she's like really like throwing she's really like putting herself out there like with JD Vance and her lady, like her and JD Vance, like, a little touchy feely.
Distractions.
Like distractions. Extra.
I don't care if you want to smash JD Vance, Trump, even fucking Cash Patel. I don't care anyone. I don't give a fuck. Let's get back to your husband, bitch. Let's get back to your husband. We can figure all that out later. Let's get back to your husband. Where the fuck was you the day? And this is another thing that she said that she got caught up in. He just came back from Tokyo, North Korea, and that got something to do with it too, but I'm going to tell you about that another time. And he was anxious about doing a speech at UVU, so he couldn't sleep. First of all, this is how this guy got famous. This is what he does. You don't get anxious to go to work. Like, damn, I got to go to work. So he couldn't sleep. Now, mind you, he had a Catholic priest come to pray over him. Why? He's never done this before. So now he's walking back and forth, and she said that him pacing back and forth made the daughter wake up, and then the daughter came in their room, and then he went and slept in the daughter's room so he could get a good night's sleep. He woke up the morning and went back into their room, put on his wedding ring and chain, and left. Now, my question is this. Doesn't it sound more reasonable that him and her were probably arguing? This is why the ring was off his finger, and the daughter woke up. He didn't want to sleep in the bed with her because they were arguing. He went in the other room to sleep. You understand what I'm saying? And in the morning before he left, he went, grabbed his chain and so on and so forth. That sounds more reasonable than him pacing and nervous to do a speech, had a preacher over the night before to pray over him. No, the preacher came over because he was like a counselor, like a marriage counselor. You and her was probably going through some shit. You probably caught that bitch cheating. I don't fucking know. But the story y'all trying to run, it ain't, nah, bro, fuck out of here. Got common sense. I'm a little bit smart, just a little bit.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he caught her cheating too, man. First of all, that's all too common these days. And second of all, and the way that she is, you know, she just seemed like the type, man. She got caught in so many lies already, you know. And when you're a public figure and you know that your life is on video, you know, it doesn't even make sense to go lying about the shit that you know people can easily find. So if you're willing to lie about those kind of things, then what, you know, like that just shows a lot about your character.
They didn't think we were gonna be this nosy, and I'm gonna tell you why. They ran 9/11. We fell for the okie doke. Really believe like planes hit it and collapsed when there was a building a half a mile away that fell. That had
I'm not talking about this. Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm not even talking about that kind of lie. I'm talking about when, you know, the little things when she was talking about, oh, you know, I don't drink, I just don't like, I'm not because I'm better than you, it's because I don't like to taste the alcohol or whatever. And she's on video fucking just hammered. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that this video of you hammered out there, you would think you wouldn't go out and insist that you don't drink when nobody even asked you that to begin with. Well, those type of things that I was talking about. This is
why when he got hit, none of that was supposed to come up. We was all supposed to feel sorry for her, not question her, and just have empathy, not questioning her past or nothing. None of this was supposed to come up. That's what they didn't calculate, that we were going to question them. What they didn't put in their calculation was Candace. She was going to have a lot of questions because she knew him better than Erica did. And she was like, there's a lot of things on that don't seem right. You understand? If other than that, if Candace didn't say nothing, everybody would have went with a narrative. Everybody would have eventually succumbed to Tyler did it with that 30-odd 6 and say, yeah, this is the narrative, this is what it is, and that's it. No one really gave a pushback or questioned that shit. And that's what they didn't put in the calculation was that. And that's why they fucked up right now. And that's what's going to lead to a lot of other shit, bro. Not just Charlie and all this bullshit, but it's going to, just like the Epstein file. This is why they don't want to release it, bro. Or really give us the truth, because it's going to lead to too many powerful people and too many institutions will be damaged. I said this and I'm going to say it again. All the shit, you heard about the new shit too with Erica, right? Her having a fucking inappropriate text message with a 15-year-old when she was 25. Now, let me ask you this.
I heard something about that. Not exactly the whole.
You look it up. Look up Erica Kirk text message and a 15-year-old. Now, if this was Charlie doing this, he would have been done. Career over. Finish. Telling Shorty, oh.
How old you said she was?
15.
How old was she?
25.
Oh, what the fuck?
Talking about she want to go see her garden, play in her garden. Talking about, something about she meant to say notes, but she put bite, like let me take notes, let me take a bite. Or she go, oops. And then she said something about she wants to say hold on one sec. She said hold a sex. Then she goes, oh wait, no. And then she goes, I don't bat for the other side yet. What the fuck you mean by that? If you're a 25-year-old woman, and the girl ain't stupid, because then the girl was, and then she called her a twat.
It was a girl.
So the little girl was like, "Come on, Erica, what are you trying to say? I'm not stupid." And she goes, "I'm not stupid, you twat waffle." So that's a 15-year-old girl who could honestly pick up, yo, she's trying to come at me. Because first you use the word sex, and then you talk about bite, and then you say, I don't swing that way, but not right now, not yet. So Shorty was like, what do you mean by that, you twat waffle? Come on, bro. If that was a dude doing that to a 15-year-old chick, a 25-year-old dude, he's going to jail.
Exactly.
So what's going on? And she hasn't come out and said nothing yet except for Alex Jones. He came out, and you know who Alex Jones blamed? The 15-year-old. Oh, she was promiscuous. This is what she does. So what? Most of these young girls that fuck with older dudes are usually promiscuous. So what the fuck are we saying?
Alex Jones said that shit?
Yeah, go look at the PBD podcast.
Now, was he accusing the girl of maybe embellishing because she was promiscuous, or was he trying to justify?
He said she was promiscuous and she was looking for attention. What 15-year-old's not going to be excited if Miss Arizona was fucking texting her? And so, first of all, why does 15-year-old got your number?
What?
Why she got your number? And not only that, bro, this is a shell top. She sent the 15-year-old on a photo shoot without her parents' consent.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
And now they're investigating who that photographer was. They're saying now that photographer was linked to some sort of child pedophilia. So I want to know now, again, how you send a 15-year-old to a photo shoot without her parents' knowledge.
Yeah.
And Alex Jones was defending that shit, bro.
And well, her parents, so hold on a second. Her parents ended up doing something about it, though, in the end?
They didn't even know. This all just, the girl is 25 now. This was 10 years ago or whatever. She's 25 now. But when this happened, she was 15. Erica was 25 herself.
Damn,
her parents don't. And you know what the girl said? Because the girl didn't, first of all, the girl never came out. Is fucking people, like the internet sleuths, did research and found the text messages on X years ago. Brought it up, tracked it down. They interviewed her, and she was like, I never really thought about it like that, but now when I'm reading it over as an adult, she goes, yeah, it seemed like I was being groomed. Don't drink alcohol, don't get bloated. Why are you telling a 15-year-old not to drink alcohol? To me, you're testing the waters to see if she go, oh, no, I don't drink alcohol. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're throwing shit out there to see what sticks. That's grooming, bro. Accidentally put sex instead of second, and to go, oops, just to see the reaction. And the little girl, she answered back. She goes, what are you trying to say, you twat waffle? What did the little girl mean by that when she said, what are you trying to say? What is she asking Erica? What are you trying to get at, right? It's like if a 15-year-old boy is trying to tell her to suck his dick, but he don't know how to say, so he gonna give little hints. She eventually gonna be like, it's gonna be like, nigga, what you trying to ask me to do? That's what she said to Erica. Like, what you trying to say? And they're trying to spin this shit, talking about it was a little joke they were doing with each other. With a 15-year-old, if that was a 25-year-old man, that nigga be locked the fuck up, bro. Fuck are we talking
about? Absolutely.
But you don't hear about it. You don't hear about it. That shit's suppressed. But if you look it up, you'll find it.
And you know what though? You're saying if that was a dude, it all depends on the dude, obviously. You see these Epstein motherfuckers.
You can see the whole thing. If you go to the girl's page on the X, it's still there. All the messages are still there. And then the girl posted the private text messages. She posted the private text messages Erica was sending her off of X on her phone. Because she was excited. And even her homegirl, one of her homegirls was there that knew her back in the days, and she was like, yeah, this is how she got popular. And that was another thing. The girl was a little chubby, so she was a little insecure. So Erica was telling her, you're beautiful, you got nice skin, you got nice lips. What? If a nigga would have told a fucking young girl that at 25, bro, they'd be like, yo, this nigga trying to fuck. He's grooming her to smash.
But look, homeboys did the same shit. It depends on who they are. Motherfuckers on the Epstein list do that shit all the time, and they good.
Yeah, bro.
A normal dude will go to jail for that shit.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Somebody of that stature.
And that's what I'm saying. And this is what's going to cause shit to pop off when people start realizing these niggas ain't being held accountable for nothing. And we're pretty much, because we're not voicing and letting be held accountable, what do you think the future is? They're going to feel they could do whatever the fuck they want and just pay it off and get away with whatever the fuck they want to do, bro. This is where we go. This is why they ain't going to release the Epstein file, bro, because niggas would have to go to jail.
And that's when they push the limit even further so they can get the same fucking high, you know what I mean, from the shit they used to do. Because it's like, you know, to them, they get off to this shit. And the easier it is for them to get away with it, the worse shit they got to pull.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I'm saying. And niggas got to wake up. You don't want to wake up, then don't say that when you get tricked again. It's your fault.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
There you go. And that's what I said, because that once that you fooled me, that was a mistake I made. And if I didn't learn from that, shame on me for not learning.
Facts.
That's what I said. Make as many mistakes as you want, just as long as the mistake is not the same. Right? As long as it's not the same. Because you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. That's where that saying come from, learn from your mistakes. So that means you're going to make another mistake, right? Because you're learning, you're human. And guess what? If you repeat it, you don't learn from it, you keep making the same mistake. This is what it said, insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expect it this is the same way and expect a different result. No, you have to change something up to get a different result. That's what you call advancement now. And hopefully when you change up, it's supposed to change to improve, not deprove. And where we're at, they lied to us and told us it was improvement. It seemed like it was improvement, but our ancestors already had to improve the best it needed to be, which was the natural.
The legend is legendary. What up, man?
The natural, not manufactured. And all we had to do was sustain and maintain what was naturally made instead of becoming, the workman for man and start only sustaining and caring about what's manufactured, hence material shit.
And that's what they got us to, where it's like, you crave material shit as if it's a necessity. We will legit crave things that did not exist throughout human history up until about, a few years ago. And it's like we feel as if we can't live without these things. And in a way we can't. We become so reliant on these things that, if they're taken away, I'd hate to see what would happen to the world.
And that's right there, bro. Lying, they make it not lying normalized. This is what I'm saying. And what I'm seeing now, you know what the truth is nowadays? The truth ain't even about the truth no more. The truth is what's trending, what the masses is agreeing with.
Night.
That's what truth is today. Truth is what's trending. You know what I'm saying? What everybody's saying, yeah, this is what it is. Even though it could be untrue, it could be a fucking lie. But if everyone is saying this is it, it goes viral. This is what everybody think is. You know, this is what truth is. Nobody looks into shit no more. They don't investigate into shit. They hear something and they just regurgitate it. I hear something, I'm listening, and it's gonna pique my curiosity. I'm gonna go look into it. And that's it. But nobody takes the time to do that. Yeah, well, somebody put in there, the truth can be bent. Yeah, that's right. Even the truth can be bent if it's about money. Absolutely, because money is fake. We were given the truth, an original gift from the beginning. The sovereignty gift we were given was called law. Something that without law, it's the only reason why you even fucking get money is for law. You know what law is? Land, air, and water. You cannot obtain, sustain, or have land, air, and water, meaning the house you live in, the food you eat, growing on the land, the air you breathe, the water you drink, without having fiat, which is money. They tricked you and took you out of your true self, which was to be the caretaker of land, air, and water. They took that from you, that power, and said, listen, we're going to maintain it for you. You go do this other work for me. I need you over there at Rockefeller Records, or I need you over there at fucking Apple, but I'm going to take care of the farm, the water, and all that shit. You get that check from them, you come back, you give me that check, and I'll give you some of this land, air, and water. But you originally had that. That was your only job. You wasn't wake up to go to Rockefeller or to fucking Apple. You're supposed to go work in that field, go get in that river, whatever. That's your sustain of life. You become more aware of nature because you're observing it. You're out there every day. This is how you know when to go drink the water. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to build things that nature gave you, and this is how you're going to form shit like the wheel and that. But when you give that power now to somebody else, what the fuck you really got? Now you're in their debt. This is why they could poison your food and water, and all you could do is complain. But guess what? Shut the fuck up. You're still going to eat the food. Shut the fuck up. You're still going to drink the water. And yeah, you see the chemtrails are polluting the air, but shut the fuck up and breathe, nigga, breathe. So again, we dropped the ball a long time ago for this fucking bullshit called fiat. Now they're trying to take the paper money away from you and give you this shit called digital. So guess what now? Me and you could be sitting in the room and I slide you some bread. You give me what I need, whatever, right? Pause. But with the digital shit now, we do a transaction. These niggas is in. They going like, oh, hold on, Unc. I just seen you slide. Pause. Cam, whatever. Where's our percentage? Oh shit, now y'all fucked. This is where y'all niggas is heading to. All that digital currency and all that. And the way they're gonna catch y'all, for every dollar, I'm gonna give you $5. Niggas gonna be overnight millionaires. And I told Cam this. You're gonna have all the money in the world, but you know what the catch to it is? They're gonna tell you how to spend it. See that? I'll make you niggas all millionaires, but you're gonna spend it how I tell you to spend it. So yeah, you have $1 million, but the way I'm gonna tell you to spend it, you're only gonna spend like 100,000. They'll still say 900,000 after you're done, but you'll never be able to spend that whole million because I'm gonna dictate how the fuck you spend it. That's the new trick that niggas is not seeing. They already have your mentality lined up. Get the bag. All
Yo,
you want
go
to see
try
is
to
the
pull
numbers in
your
the bank
money out of
account.
the
Once
bank.
you get that, that's one thing. But you not spending it, that's another thing. But you'll have clout.
Bro,
Yo, look,
go
son,
try
18 mil in my account. How much
out
you
of the
could
bank
use?
cash.
$18. That's what's gonna happen to y'all niggas.
You hear me?
Huh?
Go try to pull all your money out of the bank in cash.
That's the shit. I never put money in the bank.
No, but I'm just saying, go to a bank, try to pull your bread out in cash.
So let me tell you when I left that shit. I left that shit back in right after 9/11 because to pull your money out now, you got to give an advance statement. You can't just go and pull it out. You got to tell them a day before, depending on the amount. Anything over, I believe, 5,000, you got to tell them the day before you come and get it. You can't just pop up saying, hey, I need to pull this out. Unless you're paying a bill or something, but the cash, you got to tell them ahead of time, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy.
That's true.
It's crazy. I'm trying to find Gilligan's Island right now.
For real. And it's crazy too because the amount keeps going down. Meanwhile, the value of the dollar keeps going down too. So 5,000 is worth nothing. But it used to be 10,000 was the limit, before they would have to report. Now the limit is down to 5,000, but meanwhile, 5,000 is worth.
I'm reading
nothing.
the chat. I like this chat, bro. Good job, Yeet. Proud of you. Proud of you. You're advancing. They said today's word of the day is advance.
Hell yeah, I told you I'm making a t-shirt with that shit on it.
It's like it being popular. I started using the words. Good job.
Yeah, now my chat is official, man.
But yeah, bro. Like I said, man, we're in the time of Aquarius. This is where, everything gonna be presented to you. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Catch you next time around. But this is a time, bro. There's a lot going on. That's what I tell people, man. This is the perfect time to be alive because you're actually gonna see shit transition, change. You're literally gonna see like entering into a new fucking not even century. Because we're only in 2026, right? According to our calendar. Still got 75 years, 74 years. But a quarter way through. And the next shit, I'm really interested too, bro. Even that shit in Iran. You think we're gonna go to war with them?
Iran? I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
I think if the American people keep putting pressure on the government about Epstein, they're gonna do that because they're gonna need something to really
distract everybody.
Yeah,
I can see that.
The thing I'm thinking, they might do a false flag, like do some sort of terrorist attack, so we'll have a reason. Kind of like 9/11. That's the only thing I'm nervous about is that.
Yeah, I could totally see him doing that shit though. Unfortunately. It will be the first time.
Cam was doing some research. He was just talking to Alex Jones. He said Alex got something to tell us. What happened?
What did I say?
Oh, I thought he was talking to Alex Jones. Because usually when he's quiet, that's the only one that could quiet him down is Alex Jones, bro.
I don't know what type of weird shit you guys talking.
When he starts talking to Alex Jones, he stays quiet. That's the only person he listens to. Nobody else.
I'm saying looking at articles of what this guy was talking about, which obviously is bullshit because now as you go through the articles and you start looking through it and seeing what you're seeing is 1-2 articles. That's it. 2 fucking posts that you see.
About what?
About what you were talking about. Now, going back now to, hold on. I'm sorry. Now going back here. This is where I was at. So going back here now, there's 2 articles that were proper. Other than that, one that was for her and one that was not for her, which is the Yahoo. So Yahoo News was not for her. The other one, which is the Hudson Times, they were for her. And now, as I go down here, you're going to see his Facebook, Instagram, Times of India, but it was some bullshit they're talking about. That was a bullshit story. And then more Facebook, Threads, Showbiz, bullshit.
Someone said News Press does that daily.
I gotta look more into it though.
So what are you saying that's not true?
That's what you're saying. You can't find everything that they're talking about.
Well, they're not gonna post everything. This is the whole thing of controlled media. This is why I even closed my TikTok account, bro, because this is what they're doing. If they know our only source of finding information is to go on our tablets and our phone and they control that, yeah, you're not gonna find what you're looking for. So when you go on that, you're not going to look for that directly. You got to find people who actually seeing it. Like I said, I don't know if they took it down from X, but over this weekend it was up there. It was on X with when the story broke. Because like I said, the person who found it, she was just like, let me go back and just look at Erica's Instagram. And then she found that girl's, and then she went to her Instagram and then started looking at her shit. The girl had it posted up there. She was 15. She never thought nothing of it. When I forgot the girl who found it, Cece, I think her name was. When she brought it up, she reached out to the woman now. She's 25 years old, and that's how everything broke. So think about it now. I'm thinking this. I don't think that's the only girl Erica's ever done that with. That's going to open up now. Just like when a guy come out for doing some fucked up shit, and all these women come out and say, oh, shit. That I'm just waiting. There's going to be other people because it's the same thing with Fort Huachuca. First, it was just Mitch Snow. There's 3 other people right now that just came out that they didn't release their name yet, but there's 3 other people they released right now that was there that seen her.
They said they released them?
No, they haven't released it yet. But again, we'll wait. Again, like I said, Candace is waiting for them to come out and say nobody else seen this. She's waiting for them to, because that's what Candace does. She waits for them to talk this shit, make it seem she's lying, but she already has the answers. But she don't tell you that. She goes, yeah, I have a couple other people that seen them there. And they'll be like, oh, she's lying. Look at her making stories. And she'll let you build all of that up, and then she'll show you the 3 people. That's what the fuck Candace does. If you haven't been paying attention, that's what she does. Whenever she poses a question, don't get it twisted. She already knows the answer and the truth. She's just waiting to see what the fuck you're gonna tell her. When she asked Erica, when Andrew finally came off the plane, was his wife with him? You know what Erica said? I don't know, I have to get back to you. How you not gonna notice a nigga wife coming off the plane with him? He's not coming off a commercial plane, he's coming off a private jet. You're not gonna see, where's his wife? She's not gonna be standing right next to him. But you know why she couldn't answer it? Because she fucking wasn't there. She wasn't waiting on the tarmac for an hour. So that means, where the fuck were you? You see what I'm saying? Nobody's understanding this. Common sense.
Where do you think she was?
Common sense. When you find out the real details, and it's not going to be in your press because we already know the press is controlled. But when people are coming out online and saying this, and why the big story that broke is her and this 15-year-old. Why she hasn't come out and put a statement, even on X, saying, what? What are you talking about? Or, you know what I'm saying? Say whatever. The girl came out and said something. Why she hasn't said nothing yet? Because right now they're fucking trying to do fucking control. They're trying to do whatever that's called, quality control, or they're trying to fix shit right now, figure shit out. Which is going to make them start lying and get caught in more lies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, bro. Truth will set you free. You lie, then you got to tell another lie to cover that lie, and then before you know it, you lose track of the stories you fucking said.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't remember the lies. You can remember the truth, but you ain't going to remember the lies because it didn't fucking happen. I'm telling you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Crazy world, you said crazy world. We live in till what? What do you mean till what?
Mm-hmm. But they can't lie to, they can still lie to people who still asleep. But I think a lot of us is awoke now, and it's like, and we're not, I don't think they're that quick to swallow, what is it, the blue pill? Whatever pill it is, to forget shit and go back to
the thing is, though, but that's why they put so much information out there. It's like, all right, they can't stop the real information from getting put out, so they put a shit ton of fake information along with it to keep it hard to sift through and hard to make out what's what.
What? Somebody put in there Canada school polluting situation? I didn't even hear about that. I don't know nothing about that. You heard about
What
that?
happened in Canada?
School polluting?
Yo, Sean, you can look that up for us?
Canada school polluting situation. Man, that's all the way up in Canada. Why? Is it coming down to America?
See, the thing is, when it comes to Western nations, though, realistically, if a Western nation can pollute their kids, then that shit gotta happen anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they have different standards than we have, or they don't have the finances to implement the safety standards. They just straight up must have dropped the ball or something, and that's crazy. The legend funny. He had to write the word line in there so we wouldn't read it the wrong way. You funny, sir.
Did they find out about that? The Canada thing?
I don't have no other way to look it up right now. Cam, can you look that shit up for us?
Yeah, the Canada school pollutant.
See, Canada's not advanced. Now, anyway, the real question isn't if it's advanced. It's better for human health for long term. That's it. What's better for human health long term? You know what I'm saying? That's two different debates, but it's not even the problem. The problem now is that I'm saying when you're eating like your ancestors, yeah, that's an advance. That's more advanced than you're eating in a possible burger. So what you're trying to say was backwards. You understand what I'm saying? Now, whole foods and whole natural foods, that's not outdated. That's exactly how you're supposed to eat, regardless. So what he's saying make no sense anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because they're doing something new. Now, because you go down back to your ancestors, that doesn't mean that you're doing something that's wrong. That doesn't mean either that's not advanced. That's an advanced movement. You're still advancing yourself.
Yo.
Yeah, that's an evolutionary advancement.
I thought we were talking about Canada school pollution. What the fuck just happened?
That's it. I thought we were talking about religion.
I just said you were supposed to be looking up Canada school. Yeah,
I tried to talk about religion.
I tried to tell you, bro. Mental illness is serious.
Evolutionary advancement. That was an evolutionary advancement for our health. That's what that was.
I think that's we need to have a segment on mental illness. I think this is a global issue, bro. Mental illness is definitely a global issue, which probably goes back to the food too as well. Or it could go back to you not smoking the right grabba. That's probably what it is too. That's why you gotta get the right grabba. It's important. And the right bud. If you don't smoke the right bud and the right grabba, then you know. Yeah.
This segment is sponsored by Hellpuff, ladies and gentlemen.
It says America continues to brush it off as self-expression, but it's horrible. Superfood. Not natural, genetically modified. So would you say genetically modified? Would you put that under the title of advanced food?
No, it's not advanced.
Okay.
How would that be advanced?
I'm asking the chat.
How would that be advanced if it's harming you?
We're asking the chat.
How can something that harms you be advancement?
This is a question coming from the chat, bro. Why you yelling?
How can something that harms you be an advancement? Same fucking statement. How? Explain that. When y'all can explain that, then that makes sense. How something that harms you could be an advancement?
Three meals a day. Is that an advancement on human civilization?
We supposed to eat 3 meals a day?
I don't know. I'm asking. It's 3 meals a day. I'm gonna ask it again because I don't know. I just asked. It's 3 meals a day. Is that an advancement on human civilization?
No, not an advancement.
His answer is, you're supposed to eat 3 meals a day? I don't know. That's what I'm. You see the bedtime story? This shit would have scared me to bed right now. I would have asked the story. Does 3 meals a day, is that part of human advancement? Are you supposed to eat 3 meals a day? So he still didn't answer my question, but he screamed the fuck on me, repeating my question. So I'm gonna ask again: is 3 meals a day an advancement in human civilization?
Let's go ahead. Y'all got the floor.
I'm asking you.
Podcast. I'm not talking about shit. Good.
I asked him that question. His answers: you supposed to eat 3 meals a day? Nigga, I don't know. I'm scared. Nigga, So, you know what, Unc? You asked a question because I actually scared the shit out of me. I said, is an advancement when human civilization eats 3 meals a day? I just want a yes or no. Instead, I got, are you supposed to eat 3 meals a day? I don't know, nigga.
I mean, yeah,
Are you supposed to eat 3 meals with snacks in between? I don't fucking know. I'm asking you. I'm trying to learn.
I mean, at one point it was a change in the general standard diet, you know, and it was at the time an advance to you know what? I wouldn't even know if I would consider that an advancement, because the way I see it, I'm saying the reason I was calling the other things advancements is because even though they're not beneficial to you, they are somewhat technological advancements. something that it took, trial and error research and tools and chemicals and data and all of that to come up with. And that's where the advancement comes into play. Not so much on the result, whether or not it's a net benefit, but just the simple fact that, it took people some effort and some brain power and some dedication and some time to come up with something that was not in existence before. That's where the advancement comes,
And I agree with that. And this is what I was saying before. And when he said the water was perfect, we seen the animals drink from that and they died. So we don't drink from it. And that might take us 100 years, but we didn't have the technology to discover why it was poison. As time went on, we developed the technology and the advancement to understand not only not to drink from it, but this is what's in it that actually kills you. That's the advancement of it. The awareness is not an advancement. That's aware. I looked, the nigga drank, died. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you not to drink from that. That's not advancement. That's awareness.
That's how this whole conversation.
Now the advancement comes to go and find out what is inside of that water that made that creature or that person died. That's where the advancement come by. But before advancement, it starts with what? Awareness, observing, and then becoming aware. I'm observing the water. I see him drink the water. He dropped dead. So now I'm aware. Don't drink that water. It'll kill you. What makes it kill you? I don't fucking know. I'm not advanced yet. But when I get the technology as we advance, now I can tell you what was in the water that killed us, right? It could be bacteria, any type of thing. But at that moment, we didn't know. We just know, don't drink from it. That's not an advancement. That's called awareness from your observation. Just like I said, when you go drink at the water, the good water now, you notice a certain time of day is filled with wild animals. The only time it's not filled with wild animals is at noon because it's fucking hot. You observe that. You become aware of that. So you go drink from it at noon because no animal's going to be there. They're going to be in the shade. Now that you can't advance on that unless you can fucking block the animals. If you can't do nothing else to control the environment, all you can do is become aware of it. Now it advanced you that used to try to drink and get hurt or try to drink and never get it. You figured out, oh no, I can't go there when they're there. And I notice nobody's there when it's this time of day because you fucking sat there all day and realized that. Oh shit, now's the time. Tomorrow you're gonna say, okay, this is the time. It might take you a couple of days before you realize this is the time to come drink the water. But so that's from here he goes. So that's from you observing, becoming aware, and implementing what you have observed and became aware of. Now to improve it will be, okay, now I put up a barrier so it doesn't matter what time of the fucking day, they can't come until I open that barrier. That's you improving. That's you advancing. But awareness, observation, and you implementing it is a natural thing. You don't get no kudos points for that. It's not advancement. That's you learning. And if you don't fucking learn, then you're stuck where the fuck you at and just be dead. It's not advancement. It's about you fucking learning, and what you learn from it, you could advance from that. You build on top of that, but you can't build on top of something you didn't learn or figured out. You're gonna have to go through the trials and tribulation. We don't drink from the water. Poisonous. Why is it poisonous? We don't know. It might take us a couple centuries before we get that advanced technology to figure it out. But we've been known from day one. Don't drink from it. We seen a nigga died on the first day. That's it. That's all we know. And it might take 100 years before we know why not to, but we won't until we can figure out why not to. You understand what I'm saying? And that's my point I'm making. Guess what? Maybe there was no water left but that. Niggas was forced to drink it, and then someone say, hey, let me put it on a fire. Boiled it out and realized, oh shit, we could drink from it, but we have to boil it out first. That's not advancement. Yeah, it's a new process. That's the advancement. But the figuring out is not really advancement. That's you saying, I need to drink this water and I got to figure something out. Now, once you figured out the technology of it, that's the advancement of it. Like, okay, we don't have to do nothing but boil it first. Now, somebody else ain't got to die. We passed that fucking, that solution down. Now it's not even advancement. It's just normal. When you drink from that side of the lake, you always got to boil it. That's it. Now, why you have to boil it? The advancement is to figure out what bacteria is in the water that we're boiling out. That's the advancement. Us not drinking it comes from observation and becoming aware. Don't touch that fire, it'll burn you. Okay, motherfucker, you're not advanced yet. Guess what? You go touch it. All of a sudden, overnight, you became advanced? No, you learned. You felt that bitch. You see what it did to you. You're not going to touch it again. So are you advanced? No, motherfucker. You just learned. Now, what you built on at the advancement, what made that fire? Why that fire made my skin feel like this? This is advancement now because you're digging into it.
Yeah, I think you froze. Yeah, they froze. Unless I'm frozen. Thank you for joining us on the Unc Podcast. We appreciate you. Later on, peoples.